Andre Dirrell. The other day, Carl Froch stopped Yusaf Mack in the third. What did you think of his performance?
Overall, Froch is Froch. You know what I'm saying? His fight style don't change. If anything, his mentality changes for a fight, and you know, usually he'd go in there and get the job done, and that's what he did against Yusaf Mack. Yusaf Mack was a little iffy that fight. He didn't perform at his best, I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was the heat of the moment, he was under them lights, but Froch took care of business, took him out in the third round. Wasn't surprised.
Now, when you fought Froch, that was your first fight of the Super Six. What was your thoughts when they announced the Super Six, that you were kind of supposed to be a part of it? What was your thoughts beforehand?
I was more excited than skeptical about the tournament, but I was a little skeptical because I didn't know the full extent of the tournament. But overall, it turned out great, man. I was glad I was invited. I was glad I was amongst so many champions, and it was something. It is something I'm kind of looking forward to again if it was ever to come about.
Now, when you had the pre-fight with Froch, was there wars between you? What did you get to know about him, being face-to-face around him at the pressers and everything?
Well, like I said, it's his mentality, man. He just has a fighter's mentality. And if that's something you really look forward to having yourself, then you can pretty much envy that. Like me, myself, you know, I'm a humble guy, you know what I'm saying? Froch took me to that level to where I wanted to really let the world know that I was going to take that belt from him. And I kind of fed into the media's frenzy with us, you know, getting ready to and getting set to fight, you know. So, you know, I kind of wasn't myself. You know, I spoke my mind, he spoke his mind, and then we fought, you know, and the outcome was the outcome. But overall, Froch's mentality for the game, you gotta love it.
What do you remember most about your fight with him?
The rivalry, man. You know, it just really it let me down. It was a big setback for me. I didn't know where I was gonna go then. I didn't know what I was gonna do when that first loss hit you. You know what I'm saying? It hits you. It hits you, and you know, I dealt with it fairly well. You know, I came back, beat Abraham, and was looking forward to bigger things. You know, but unfortunately, what happened is what happened, and I'm in the situation I'm in today. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing, but I believe everything happened for a reason, man. You know, I'm here for a reason. You know, I'm in a good position right now. I'm working my ass off, man, and I really can't wait to see where my career ends up in the next 2 or 3 years.
And just Bouteille's people said, Lucien Bouteille, he got smashed by Froch in the first fight. His people say, oh, Mack was drained. We see weaknesses of Froch. Do you think that's just a bad matchup? What do you think about a Bouteille-Froch rematch?
It's not a bad matchup. You know, the first fight, it was expected for me. Not as soon, but it was expected. You know, Bouteille was stepping into a big stage. You know, he's fought in his hometown his whole career. He really hasn't seen top opposition, and Froch is a hungry guy, man. He really does have the style for him. So in the rematch, I do see Froch winning again, but I see Bouteille being a lot more careful. I see it going to possible 12 rounds, man, and it could be a close fight, man, but Bouteille really has to put his thought into it and really has to go in there with a solid game plan, because Froch is a hungry fighter.
And you told me, I remember beforehand, you told me you picked Froch to win. Being in the ring with a guy like that, even if people don't care for his personality, the way he talks,
right,
you just have a sense of respect with him after going rounds with him, and
that's it.
You know,
that's it. Like I said, I do, man. I love his mentality above all. The man is just hungry for this game. He's lost the championship twice. He's regained it twice. So you have to really respect that in the fighter in him. And a lot of that had to do with his mentality, man. He just really, really wants it, man. And a lot of fighters can envy that if they don't have it, man. So, like I said, man, Froch's mentality alone, you have to get past that first, and then if you can figure out a style, you can beat him. And if I was to ever have a rematch with Froch, which I believe I will, then I'll get the job done, no question in my mind.
All right, thanks.